Everybody. Happy Global CE Day. Tom Judd from CED here. I have new friend, Panagiotis from Greece. He's going to tell us about what's going on with clinical engineering in Greece. Panagiotis, tell us about your role now and, maybe in the past few years.
Well, I've been leading the Biomedical Technology or Biomedical Engineering Society in Greece for the last 4 years, as the 5 years, in fact, as the president. But I have got a very good predecessor and mentor in this field, Professor Panagiotis. Together, we have revived this society back in 2008. It's an old society being founded, I think, in the 70s, and has been inactive in the late 90s, beginning of 2000. But now I can tell you that we are very, very active. Myself, I'm based in the School of Medicine at the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki in Greece. And we have now a very active biomedical technology society, and we organize seminars, workshops, biennial national conferences, and we try to run them under the auspices of international organizations. We have a good interest in papers and people presenting, young scientists, in fact, and a good support from industry, the enterprises that are attached to the conference, and they are supporting especially the clinical engineering part of that. So I would like to say that we are a dynamic society evolving, and I'm happy to say that we have all the support from both the old generation and the new generation.
So in your day job is as a professor?
Yes.
So I love to hear about, Greece and history. You folks have a bit of history. I mean, what, 10,000 years, but maybe we won't go there now. I got to visit, and it's a wonderful country.
You are always welcome to visit Greece, and we'll be happy to host you.
I won't show you the Santorini wine right now, but anyway, that I got there with my wife. So how has COVID-19 impacted, the profession in your country?
I think it has a double-sided meaning and effect. On one hand, it's been difficult because it has, we have been confronted with unprecedented circumstances and needs. However, I think our society, in tandem with the international clinical engineering societies and federations, we have been active as well. We have tried to organize webinars, and we have organized already 3 of them, and we are sort of envisaging for another set of 3 or 4 webinars in the next 3 months. They are focused on what biomedical engineering and in specific clinical engineering can do as a response to the pandemic, what is happening in the daily activities of the clinical engineers and the professionals working in the field, inside the hospitals, especially in the reference hospitals, with problems that are arising, and with, this is the good side of that, with the role now of the clinical engineering being promoted. Everybody has been understanding now better the role that technology can play, because technology is our only weapon to fight this pandemic at the time being. And this is a message that we have tried to send across to our ministry in the last few months, that look, we are here as a society, as a scientific society, and as an organization where the professionals working in the field have been all teamed up to help you fight this pandemic problem and do the daily activities of a hospital much better, if I can use that term. So I'm happy to say that we have a good response. I mean, the webinars have been attended by a number of members, and they have been interactive with a lot of questions, and we are planning to continue them, in fact.
Well, Panagiotis, as a professor, I have one surprise question, like one of your students. So the impact of digital health, how will that affect healthcare delivery, do you believe, in Greece in the years to come?
Well, my role as a university professor, I have been involved in a related course here in my university. This is the MSc course in medical informatics. In fact, a couple of hours ago, we have been collaborating with Professor Nicholas Palikarakis on him giving a lecture to my students about biomedical devices and their role, and we are assigning students coursework to, related to these products and specifically masks, etc., which is the question of the current period. But we also like to say that clinical engineering is a part of one of the courses that are linked into this master program. And we try to give the students a blend that this is a new domain. This is an old domain, but with new blends like the digital medicine and the digital health advances. And there is plenty of work and jobs around this new field and new blend in clinical engineering. Call it certification of devices, certification of services, quality assurance of devices and services. These are things that I'm trying to emphasize in a course that I'm doing to them, that they should not be underestimated. And I believe it's the role of our society to emphasize and underline this very meaning. We are planning also in, with other departments in the university to embark on a course on biomedical engineering, probably in the next academic year or something. What I have tried to convince my colleagues, and this has been accepted, is that clinical engineering must be part of that element as an element. You cannot afford to have a biomedical engineering course without a clinical engineering piece of knowledge in that. So I think this has been emphasized around the globe in numerous attempts. I think the group in Patras have also worked on this, harmonizing the different MSc courses in the past. So that's where these are the grounds where I'm touching and stepping on.
I think you may have answered it a bit. I know hanging out with Nicholas is dangerous, as we've both said, dangerous in a wonderful way. What's your vision for the future of clinical and biomedical engineering in Greece?
Well, I would have liked to see the profession being certified by the ministry, so to say. I mean, recognized as a clinical profession, because at the time being, there exists, job titles and the people working in the field, but I don't think that they have all the recognition that they deserve to have. And I don't think that with just a single member of biomedical engineer or a clinical engineer being in one hospital, the hospital can do the job. I mean, they have to understand that there is a section, a department that is needed to accommodate all this equipment and the managing of equipment and managing of problems involving technology in their everyday activities, especially in the pandemics. And this has been, our vision to push not only the universities, which is easier, not only the industry, which is okay, not very difficult, but also the policymakers and the governments to understand this very role and the significance that it has for the healthcare sector.
Well, my last comment is thank you, Greece, for giving the world this wonderful gift called Calroi Stavriano, and which I think means beautiful flowing stream, which she produces many products for the world. So thank you.
I think Roy's name is involved in the fluid dynamics and biomedical technology per se anyhow. And I would like to thank her because she's been a member of our society for a number of years. I've been collaborating with her for more than a decade. And I'm so happy that she's now involved in the central offices of this very effort. And she's keeping in touch with us whenever and whatever is needed, might be needed. So thank you.
She would show her face now, but she's blushing. So thank you for your time, Panagiotis.
Well, thank you, Tom. All the best. Happy Clinical Engineering Day.
Thank you. Bye.